Scardy, I don't do nuts. I get angry, but I don't do nuts. I don't really do nuts. And I can't start angry. I'm Matt Mascardi. That was Damian Rollis and Emma Lurking. And that's it. That's our show today.
You're using my real last name now.
Oh, yeah. Now we're getting real.
No, I'm just swearing.
We got real. Damakosh that. Perfunctory disclaimer at the top. None of us, I am not a financial advisor. None of us are financial advisors. And nothing we say is financial advice because we are idiots. So don't listen to anything we say. That's a lie. No, that's fully true. And for legal reasons, I do not want anyone to say that they saw this show, bought something, did something, and it's our fault, because it's not. You're the idiot for listening to us because we're idiots and we admit it. Anything to say before we go? We're gonna have a fairly short show today, and by short I mean directed. There are only 2 agenda items for today. You have anything to say? Anyone? No one cares? Is anybody awake? Are you there? Hello? What are you doing?
Yes.
Kind of here. I don't. Yeah, go ahead. Just do what you got to do.
It's really inspiring stuff from Damian and Emma today. On the agenda, the first thing is the portfolio review.
Wait, are we on Twitch?
We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. We're going to be a podcast on Monday. So hello, Twitch stock and bond crowd. I'm not monitoring the chat.
Up?
They can. I don't have the interface up right now, though, because I'm too lazy. Plus, there's like one person in the universe watching us. They're from Finland. And hopefully you're prepped, because you're supposed to sing the Finnish national anthem, Damian. Are you ready for that?
I mean, I will, but I didn't research that. I didn't know I had to. I don't feel like I lost a bet.
We tied, and therefore you lost. So if you don't know what we're talking about, go back to listen to the Business Pants podcast, where Damian agreed to sing the Finnish national anthem because we played a quiz show, and we tied, Emma and I, and he lost.
I'm always willing to play the fool, so I don't get embarrassed. So
I'm not worried about your embarrassment. I want you to sing. I don't care if you're embarrassed or happy.
But the point of it is that I think the point is that someone's embarrassed. So it's not a good bet for me.
The only one who would be embarrassed is Emma. Neither of us care at all about what people think of us because we have no one we care about. Emma has friends.
Oh.
Wow. Ouch.
Do I have friends? Has that been confirmed?
Your glasses suggest no. All right.
Correct.
Let's go. We're going to do the portfolio review, and then we're going to do stock picks. Now, for this week, Damian brought 2 stocks for Emma, and Emma brought 2 stocks for Damian. And they're going to present their stocks, and then we'll argue about how stupid they are. And that's what we're going to do today. So let's start with our portfolio. Right now, we have 29 positions, which is actually a lot. Emma's biggest is Badger Meter, which sounds vaguely like it's something that measures something that happens with genitals. I don't know. It sounds really weird to me, but it actually is a municipal water monitoring company. Damian's biggest was Organogram. Now, Damian, congratulations for, without knowing it, picking what became a Reddit meme stock in Organogram. The weed stocks are way up. They've been crazy this week because Reddit got all in.
I'm not too proud of that. But because I mean, essentially, my intellect is at the level of a Redditor.
I think you give them less credit.
I'm not ashamed, but I'm not really exactly going to take credit for just. It just proves that I'm just a middling idiot.
Well, Organogram is up 11% just today, almost 12% today, and it's since Damian bought it, it's up 81%.
Well, yeah. Course.
It is
really whack.
By far the largest gain on anything that we've bought.
Emma's weed stock is probably doing almost as well.
61% on Emma's weed stock, which is Grow Generation. So we're doing well in weed. Thank you, Reddit, for that. Emma overall, though, is still winning. and seems to be basically almost untouchable. There was a moment last week where this week where Damien was winning, but Emma just keeps coming back. Emma's up overall about 18.5%. Damien's up overall about 14.7%. So
where it's really sad is that this, and we no longer do this anymore, but back in the day when we voted on what we could buy, the stocks that we didn't let Emma buy are doing extremely well, including highlighted by Fubo TV of all things.
Heck yeah.
Well, so Fubo TV is a Reddit meme stock now. It's also
is that right?
But we pointed out last week, Fubo TV is in the top 5 most shorted stocks that are traded today. And the Redditors have been targeting short squeezes. So anybody who's been shorting Fubo, they are getting Reddited out is what's happening. So Emma, what you really did is pick an crap ass company that appealed to a bunch of troll investors to pump up the value of. So I congratulate you. I think
you should.
I guess. Okay.
You should.
I do.
It begs the question, Emma, do you want to, since that side of your portfolio is doing so well, do you want to buy any of that stuff?
Yeah, no, there's no reason not to buy at the high.
Oh,
Let's
I
guess
try that. Yeah, no, not yet.
Okay.
It's not going to happen. Not yet. Maybe in a bit.
Last bit of portfolio news as we have it. The biggest sector that we're exposed to right now, and note that these are our sectors. They're more accurate than what you're going to get from like S&P or FTSE or any stupid company. The biggest sector we're exposed to right now is hipster stocks, which is 23% of our portfolio. That includes Square and Etsy and Beyond Meat and The Real. And if you don't know what some of those things are, congratulations. You're not a hipster.
Why is Square... I don't think Square should be a hipster stock, but we can talk about that off air.
All right. Okay, Jack Dorsey clone. I'm pretty sure that's why it's a hipster stock.
No,
Jack Dorsey is a hipster.
Just because someone young runs a company doesn't mean it's a hipster stock. It's a finance. It's more like, I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
We could talk about it now if you want. And is Jack Dorsey really that young? He's 44.
Oh, he is? I thought he was like 32. Okay.
No,
maybe that's Evan.
Age. He's
Evan
our age.
Spiegel.
Yeah, Evan Spiegel.
Evan
Snap.
Spiegel.
He's at Snap. Okay. The second biggest sector we have closely following hipster stocks is wokey companies. That includes Urban One, a dual-class black-owned media company, Brookfield Renewables, Badger Meter. Those are some of the big woke company positions. So that's the portfolio, which brings us into, do we want to do anything with what we already have before we move into new picks? Emma, I know you're itching to increase your allocation to such classics as Amosite and maybe increase your weapons portfolio with Parsons Double Down. Any interest in anything?
Here's the problem is that other than air products and chemicals, I don't have anything that's down.
Oh,
so,
well, that's a real problem. Oh, here's the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's
I'm just too good at this. I don't want to go.
No, that's what I mean. I don't want to buy anything at the high.
Do you want to sell? Do you want to sell high? You can just sell.
Yeah, that's the question.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
I don't think I want to sell anything at the moment.
Let me ask you a question. Remind me what Faraday Future is. What is that?
Faraday Future. So you own a SPAC, which is merging with Faraday Future, which is an electric car company, a potential competitor to Tesla and NIO and all the other EV companies.
Potential. Okay, fine. I'll just keep it. Okay, fine. Whatever.
No, if you want to unload the SPAC, unload it. You're just mad that it's down 14%.
I don't like SPACs.
What don't you like about SPACs?
You were the one that bought it.
I just decided I would just do whatever Matt told me to do. I don't like SPACs because it seems like it's the playground of the nouveau riche, and it's just irritating me. It's just like all the annoying young billionaires they're just talking about SPACs. I just hate them for it.
I like that there are enough of them that you think of them as annoying young billionaires.
Yeah, I do.
Like there's a lot of those.
I just feel like it's just not, it reminds me of a hedge fund. I just like don't really know what it is. I feel like it's only for the 0.01%. I just don't like it. I don't like the way it sounds. I don't know what SPAC. I just hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
I
You
do.
need
I'm
the
being honest
word.
with
Very
you.
logical
I'm being
reason.
honest.
I think that's fine. So let's unload it. So you want to sell it right now? We'll sell your position in Faraday, what is going to be Faraday Future. It is not currently Faraday Future. The way the SPAC works is when they'll merge, Faraday
When do they
Future will
merge?
merge with that company in the coming month or so. But it's not that right now. It's actually called Property Solutions Special Acquisition Corporation.
Oh my God. See what I mean? Well, I mean,
The sell order's ready. I have it on screen right now through Robinhood. 0.272257 shares. You can get $4.28 back for your $5 investment. You feeling like unloading now?
yeah, I'll do my research and I'll decide next week.
Okay.
I just don't remember was there a selling point to it that I liked? I don't remember anymore.
It was the last company that we covered last week, and therefore you were least interested because you were like ready to be done and go to the bathroom or something.
That sounds-
You just bought it.
I mean, I like the
Because
idea of seeing what happens after they merge. 'Cause
Honestly, it's not that hard to buy stuff when you're buying it with somebody else's money and you don't care about the outcome. So this is like a win-win for you.
are there any SPACs that have actually merged and IPO'd or whatever it's called?
Yes, there's
recently?
lots
What?
and lots of
Tell me
SPACs
one.
that have actually merged.
Do we own any?
We don't own any.
Does Emma own a SPAC?
No.
Yes,
Oh.
she does own a SPAC. You own
I do?
EVgo. We went over this
that's a
last
SPAC?
week, people.
Okay.
Yes, EVgo is a SPAC.
All right, so let me ask you this, Sage, non-financial advisor. Is the idea of the SPAC is that you're kind of holding on to it until the merger to see if it bounces?
You're holding on to it until the merger, see if it bounces, but you also get to own the underlying company. So it's a way of basically owning a piece of an IPO without buying at the IPO.
I don't. Is that good?
If you like the underlying company. So I did the research of the underlying companies.
Yeah.
So EVgo, we talked about, has a contract with GM. They do power station, electric power stations, blah, blah, blah,
I
blah,
don't
blah.
care about Emma's stocks. I don't care about Emma. I want to know about mine. I want to know about far a day future. What a stupid name.
It's like,
Isn't that redundant? What is this? A day.
Redundant.
Well, it's like a day in the future, far away, what? What is it?
First of all, let's not try to use big words that like redundant and future. I will pull up our notes from Faraday Future. The company is Tesla without the Musk. It is the downsides that we pointed out were there's only 2 women and an 18-person named executive officers on the website. But the cars that they make are twice the horsepower of Tesla. They're as long a range as Tesla. The selling point to you was their rear seats recline 60 degrees. That was when you were in deep. You basically were like, I'll sit in anything that reclines. I'm in.
This is the Asian dude company, right? Bunch of Asian bros.
The lead AI and software person is a woman. It is a lot. There's a lot of Asian cats leading this company.
It's the Asian bro version of the Musk South African bro.
Tesla. Yeah, that's the win. But they have an Asian woman who's leading their AI and their tech.
I find that okay. I'll support her for one more week. I'm going to think about it. All right,
she's happy for your support. All right. I'm glad we had to revisit last week.
I'm sorry, but a woman tech lead just sounds like an anomaly to me. So I have to support her. I don't want her calling me.
All right. So Emma's a no on doing anything. Correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a no too. Let's just move on.
God. All right. So now we're gonna move on. Now, let's pick some stocks. Let's buy some shit.
Woo!
Isn't that all we do? I mean, we got to do some.
Yeah,
new
because you guys
stuff.
don't sell anything. You don't sell. You don't move. You're like petrified to do anything. You like buying though. You're like
Can I
pure
mock-
retail.
Can I mock Emma a little?
Well,
You
you're
always
going
do.
to give her the we're going to start with you, mocker.
Can I
in
yell
chief.
at Emma again for owning a death dealer company in Parsons?
Yeah,
No, I won't. All right,
we
I don't
can
have to.
over and over again. All right, here's what we're going to do first. Damien, I want you to present to Emma the pick for
Ugh.
her first.
right.
So pick one of the companies that you pick for her, and let's do it. And I'll
Here
pull
we go,
it up.
Emma. Ready?
Yeah.
Romeo Power.
Okay.
It's a EV battery play, right? One of the reasons why I picked it is that it's trading pretty low, and I thought maybe some opportunity for it to take off.
Okay.
The other reasons are purely feelings based because that's how I roll.
Obviously.
A black man is the CEO, which is to me is just crazy. I mean, shocking almost.
Mm-hmm.
The CFO is a woman. You know, I like that. And
Yeah.
most importantly, the CTO has long hair. And
Oh,
there aren't a lot of long-haired dudes left in the corporate world. And I was just, when I saw him, I was just like, you know what? This just seems like a Emma play. Oh, it's also, I thought you'd like this, that it's also one of those SPACs that Matt loves. And it just seemed like a company that would make you feel smart if it took off.
Wait.
So
Wait. Hang
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So you just went on
This
a
is
whole
for
rant
you.
to
This
Matt
is for you.
about how much you hate SPACs.
This is for
and now you're
you,
trying
dude.
to pump.
You. I don't want to buy it. I just,
Okay.
it just
Just
seems
so
like a
you
smart
know,
play for you. You're smart about all this. You're beating me.
Romeo is no longer a SPAC.
Oh.
Romeo was a SPAC.
Okay, whatever. Who cares? I'm just
That's
saying
how it came to market.
it gives Emma street cred that it just seems like she's playing EV battery. She got a long-haired tech dude. You know, it just seems very Emma.
That the last part does not seem very Emma. I want to buy a long-haired tech dude. Like, who says that? No one. No
And
one
I'll
says
say
that.
this, Emma.
It does say
um,
that.
Here's the other thing, the other selling point is that if Robinhood would load its antiquated website, that it IPO'd in November, right?
Okay.
It hit a high of 34. It's down to 16. I just think it's gonna take off. That's all. I just feel it. I feel it.
Okay.
Feelings.
So your pitch to me on this is I feel good about it.
Yeah, that's it.
For you.
That's,
For you.
That's it. That's the pitch.
Okie dokie.
Not-
This
I
has
was-
been
can
very
I-
interesting.
Can I say not as compelling as my pitches were to you, stocks to buy last week? Not as
I gotta
compelling.
say, I don't feel comfortable as a salesperson. So you're seeing my discomfort. I don't
I
want
love
to sell
everything
anything
about
to Emma.
this.
Because most importantly, I don't want even though I'm competing with Emma, I don't want the stock to do poorly and feel bad about it because I would because I'm feelings based.
Mm.
I'm not a salesperson. It's not my thing. But this is what I picked. So deal
Look,
with it.
here's just a little bit of color to maybe make you more interested in Romeo Power technology.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
First of all, the downside is that they just got downgraded by the blowhards because, there's news this morning that Morgan Stanley does not like Romeo as much because there's a lot more competition in the space. So their price is reflecting a fairly competitive space. However, if you're into Tesla, SpaceX, Amazon, Apple, Samsung, their leadership team is basically all from big tech companies, including in the shadow of Musk. They actually create batteries for long haul trucks, which is a slightly different. It's not like they're selling to like your car that you just rode as fast as you could up to Boston, stopping at every Taco Bell on the way. No, these are the batteries that Taco Bell trucks use to deliver Taco Bell goods. So think of it like it's a slightly adjacent to electric vehicle argument. And they do have a couple of partnerships, including with a company called Borg Warner, which is a global producer of vehicles. So they're not nobody. They are somebody. They've actually got revenue.
They're not nobody.
And despite what Damien said about his feelings, there are probably some fundamental reasons to think that the space at a minimum is going to win. And then this company may or may not.
Okay. This has been a lot of information for my brain.
Yeah.
Actually, it has not been nearly enough, I would say.
So they make lithium batteries, correct?
Yeah.
I'm not making that up.
You love lithium.
I know. You talk about lithium all the day. Lithium, helium, you love all the eums. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Plutonium,
Cool.
palladium, you're deep in.
Name some more. Keep going.
Selenium. I could keep. Yeah, sure.
This
I
is
could
fun.
Britney
This is
Spearsium.
very fun. I don't hate it. I really don't.
But
Damien's pitch was not convincing.
no.
He is a poor salesman. He's correct.
I wanted to throw you something in a space I thought you might be excited about.
The
You
problem
seem like
is
a battery person.
You chose a space that she just got in last week. So the SPAC that you bought last week is effective. This isn't a battery play, but it's the charger for the battery. So you will be owning ecosystem here. You're like an electric vehicle company away from owning the battery, the charger, and the vehicle.
Yeah,
For someone who doesn't
vertical.
actually like, it is very vertical. But someone who doesn't actually like vehicles, this would be a lot of tripling down on vehicles.
I mean, I apologize. I didn't pay enough attention to you this week. I didn't take this task very seriously.
Oh wow! I can't wait till your next one.
Do you want my second pick for you?
Well, hang on. Let me make a
she's gonna
decision real
choose
quick.
first, and then she's gonna go.
Jesus.
Her choice is no. It's clear.
No, she was lined up to say no to Parsons for a 20-minute conversation before at the very end of it she goes, I'll buy it for $5. And now we own, cluster munitions or whatever the fuck we bought. So there's no telling with Emma.
Software. Yeah. So I am gonna give this one a no.
Wah, wah.
Put it on the
Partially
didn't buy
because-
list because I can't wait for it to take off.
Oh God. Okay. Mostly because, firstly, it's a little too vehicle heavy. I agree. I don't love the idea of my portfolio being filled with vehicle shit. And then lithium is also a sort of problematic energy source, both with labor, mining practices, and pollution. So while
Parsons.
I'm not sure about what environmentalists would say about using fossil fuels versus lithium batteries, I mean, lithium batteries are probably much better in terms of carbon emissions. But then when
Parsons?
it comes to
What?
oh my God.
Did you Parsons say what?
So yeah, it just I can't do it.
What?
Here's where I think you really are a little bit damaged, Emma. Is that my portfolio is doing really well? Maybe I pick stocks well.
Well, okay.
Is it doing as well as mine?
As a last thing to Emma, just so you know, lithium as a treatment for bipolar disorder, studies have shown it significantly reduces suicide risk. So lithium does have its upsides. But Damien,
it's cute that you think I didn't know that.
Damien, would you buy Romeo?
Nah.
What?
Yeah. There you go.
No, I was trying to do something smart. I was trying to appeal to Emma's getting in on
You're saying
something.
it's going to take off. If you can make the argument that it's going to take off, why wouldn't you buy it?
Yeah, all right. I'll buy it. $3.
Damn.
Yeah, see,
That was easy.
Again, I'm trying to channel, but the thing about Emma that is so difficult to channel is that she wants to be the one that come up with a dumb idea and be smart about it. If I come up with it, she can't show off about it in a month.
No,
when it's doing well.
Well, look, Emma turned down the best idea last week that I had, which was to buy gold. That was the one she turned
up?
down.
It is actually.
It is up. Of
Okay.
course it's up because I know what I'm talking about. I am not a
Oh,
financial
good
advisor.
Lord.
Do not take any advice from me.
And mind you, Emma, the only reason why I'm buying it today is only just so I can rub it in your face if it does well. I don't care about Romeo Power. In fact, I hate the name and I hate them.
Damien just bought $3 worth of Romeo Power.
Actually, you know what?
Trade
Put it
place.
in my category of supporting minorities in leadership positions.
It is
proud.
a woke
I'm proud.
company. It's a
I'm
woke
proud.
company. That's I
I don't
feel
know what
good
Emma's
about that.
problem is. I don't know what Emma's problem is.
Well, that brings us to Emma, and let's find out what her problem is. Because Emma,
Okay, tell
what
me,
is
Emma.
your first stock for Damien?
And can I just say before you say anything, I'm going to say yes to you.
Oh God,
You
it's
are?
just passive aggressive all the way
No,
around.
I believe in Emma,
Well-
just like I believe in me. Like both of our portfolios are doing really well. I would trust both of us right now.
I believe
All
in
right, go
you.
ahead.
I love
Go
you.
ahead.
I believe in you. You're amazing.
I didn't-
Go ahead.
So I actually know that even if he weren't making these declarations about how much he trusts me, I know that I'm pretty sure this one is an ace.
Because I'm gullible and easy. Go ahead.
He says yes to
So-
everything and nothing.
So I'm going to start off with Gap Inc.
Oh, see,
Gap.
okay. All right. This is not fun, but go ahead.
So Gap
It's not
Inc.
fun for
is
me.
obviously owns Gap, but it also includes Old Navy, Banana Republic, and Athleta.
Ugh.
Which I'm sure that
Athleta.
neither of you know
I didn't
any
even
of
know
the
that.
words I just said.
No, Athleta is
Um,
it's a big deal in my house.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. So, let's start, because this is Damien's specialty. Let's start governance for a second.
Ooh.
So,
Oh, wait. Can I just say before you dive deep in, Damien,
Yeah,
this is what
it's not that
homework
deep.
sounds like. Just as an FYI, this is what it sounds like when you thought about the.
I
mean,
never
like-
leave my home. I'm sick of everything. All right, go ahead. Emma.
Continue.
it was like 8 seconds of searching.
Yeah.
So, we'll start actually with the executive leadership team. CEO, woman of color.
Oh, I'm done. I'm
That's
buying.
it. You don't need to
CFO,
say anymore.
woman. President and CEO of Old Navy, woman.
I'm in.
President and CEO of Banana Republic, woman. President and
Is that
CEO
right?
of Athleta, woman.
Wow.
Chief Legal, woman.
I mean, wow.
Chief
I'm actually
Information and
impressed.
Chief Strategy, woman.
Jesus.
Chief People Officer, woman.
What's wrong with them?
Yes. It is. Let's see. There are only. I think it's like 3 POC, which is not like particularly impressive, but definitely better than others involved, and that's just their executive team.
3 out of how many?
Out of
4?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
400?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Counting
12.
is riveting.
12. You're welcome.
What's after
12.
14?
So, what's after 4? I have no idea. You're gonna have to look that one up. So, board of directors.
Yeah.
I believe there are 13 board members, and 6 of them are women.
Okay. I mean, I would have guessed that would be true. Yeah.
So
Not bad.
it's pretty
Not
decent.
bad. It's pretty even. It's almost
I know.
exactly
Not bad.
even.
I would say there are not
I
enough
know.
women, but it's fine.
Right. So, moving on to their sustainability stuff. So, their sustainability is not awesome, but it is definitely improving in a pretty real way. So,
In a real
They-
way or a real way?
oh,
God.
stop. So there's something called the Carbon Disclosure Project, which is a water
I do.
security thing, and it received an A from the the Carbon Disclosure Project. And its labor is not very good. It's very similar to other
Ooh.
fast fashion retailers. It's everything you would expect. It received a score of 41 to 50% in the Fashion Transparency Index. Its supply chain is like not great. There's nothing in any of its literature that says that they're, forcing their employees to pay, they're being forced to pay their employees a living wage. Like there isn't anything that's particularly good about that. But overall, they have a bunch of good looking sustainability initiatives.
Attractive
they have,
people. We're good-looking people. That's it, right? That's what we're buying.
They
Emma,
have.
Emma, does your generation, do you hate the Gap, Banana Republic, and Old Navy?
No, why?
You actually shop there? I thought it was like
No, I
passé.
mean no, but I don't hate
go
it.
there. Okay.
No. I mean, no, I'd never shop there.
Is
but-
this considered fast fashion?
Yes, absolutely.
And yet you're okay. Would you invest in this company?
Honestly, I might.
Okay. All right.
Well,
But sorry, did I cut you
Emma.
off? You have more to say, Emma?
Yeah, Emma had more.
Not much, but
Okay.
the other thing is that it's a very 90s, early aughts, and that's been all the rage recently, and Damien's been all over that. So I figured that was
I
a
don't
good
know what that
fit for you.
means, but I'll take it.
If you would ever shut up about Seinfeld, maybe I would
you're
shut
like
up.
an extra
but
from
you're-
Friends.
Sure.
I know. You can live in like fake magical New York.
I don't know what that means.
Like the version of New York that they portray in Friends is absolutely absurd.
Okay. What's that have to do with what's that have to do with me?
If you're a side character in Friends, you're living in the weird fake magical New York.
I live in my first place in New York was a depressing place in Brooklyn that cost me $400 a month. So
That's called real New York. We're talking about
leave me
fake New
alone.
York.
Leave me out of it. All right.
So
anything else?
So
I'm already
the only
bought.
other
I'm already
thing,
saying yes, Emma.
I know you are. The only other thing I'll say is that they do make a lot of pledges. Like it's a lot of we're building systems to do this, and they just signed on to the 15% pledge. If you remember that. Which
Well,
of course
to be fair, she just took over CEO, right? Is this recent?
Maybe she might be new.
So we don't. I mean, maybe what I'm getting at is that maybe she's going to honor her pledges. I mean, I doubt it, but maybe.
Theoretically, it could happen.
Yeah.
Are some of the pledges about reducing the number of lawsuits that employees file against them for discrimination and unfair working conditions, and or allegations of Uyghur labor, forced Uyghur labor down Gap's supply chain?
Allegations.
There are allegations that Gap sourced material using through forced Uyghur labor. Allegations are hard to pinpoint, but their supply chain goes throughout China and has involved migrant workers as well. And they may or may not have some NGOs sort of barking at them all the time for their Asia supplier sourcing issues. However, all that said, and I know this really will seal the deal for you, Damon, they got a AA from MSCI ESG.
Full disclosure.
I didn't even know that.
Full disclosure. Free Float Media. There are allegations about us employing Uyghur labor. So let's not go.
Stop it.
Let's not go too crazy.
Stop it. We cannot laugh.
No, that's not funny. Damon.
I'm not
Shut
laughing. I'm
up.
just saying, like, we do have to be careful. I mean, when you talk about MSCI, you're not downgraded for an allegation, right? I mean, there has to be some kind of.
The allegation has a negative connotation to a score if we're going to get wonky about it. But
really? Oh, I didn't know.
of
I
course
thought
it
you had
does.
to. I thought it had to raise above the level of an allegation.
No, it does not.
Really?
Nope. They are.
So-
I mean, the
I like
point
that.
is, when you're doing sentiment analysis, right? Is it effectively when you're capturing like media NGO allegations, is not to say that the allegation's true or false. It's to say if there's a pattern of allegations that suggests that
Pattern's different.
there's more likely something happening, right? So you're looking for patterns. You're not looking at the individual incident and saying like, oh, that's bad. You're just saying, well, this is like the 40th time there's been an allegation. That can't be good.
Well, Emma, I'm confused. Like, why should I be okay with this then?
Here's why. Because first of all, the CEO is very new. She's less than a year in. So I think that fast fashion is not going away. Fast fashion is here to stay. It's not all of a sudden, American populations in particular are not going to say, all right, I'm going to exclusively buy used, or I'm going to exclusively buy from local boutiques. Like, that's not going to happen. And so I think that this is one of the first fast fashion brands where I've sort of read through and felt actually like they were intending on changing / have implemented real change. So I think that if we are going to exist in a world where fast fashion exists, I am appreciative of an effort to slow it down, if that makes sense.
I mean, my other point of view is, which I know you hate, is that, and I look, I'm all for, I take the Uyghur labor issue seriously. I just don't, I don't believe that minus that issue, that all these corporations who have labor in Asia aren't doing crazy bad things. You know what I mean? I don't think that's the only abused people over there. For some reason they've been elevated and like everyone knows about them, and I'm happy about that. I just wish people talked about the labor in Asia more than just like, these occasional fads that come out. Like, I don't know. I don't know what American media and press seizes upon, but I wish we talked about this more as an issue generally. But anyway,
but I do think your immediate reaction to the check the box because it has a woman CEO and a lot of women NEOs, right, is one thing. But the CEO, the current CEO, who is new, she basically just took over as CEO. She actually has been at Gap since 2004. She led Old Navy. Specifically, she was an executive vice president overseeing Gap's global supply chain, which means directly in her purview is the sourcing of the materials that are at issue. So if you have an issue with the way they've sourced material since, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years, in the last 15 years, she's probably involved in that and or knows something about it, right? This is where the context actually starts to matter, because these are people who have been involved in this company. And I'm not sure it's like, you didn't get fresh blood exactly. It's nice to have a woman and a person of color running a company. But if it's the same cultural milieu as the company, then is it really, doesn't make a difference. You like that? You like that I use that word? Yeah. That's right.
Who's using fancy words now?
It's Big Word Day here at Free Float Media.
Milieu and future.
You still think I should invest, Emma?
Yeah, I do.
So I'm reading an article from The Guardian that says virtually the entire fashion industry complicit in Uyghur forced labor. So anything touching,
like quite literally the entire, unless you are like brand new within the past like 3 years, you're probably complicit.
And have any of these companies, including the Gap, have they responded to these allegations? Do we know that?
So the Gap has 50 policies dealing with all sorts of stuff. Like they have a forced labor policy that's, best in class. They have a child labor policy. They have a working, hour policy, a minimum wage policy. I think, yes, the policies are like, we use child labor and forced labor exclusively.
Actively, eagerly.
And we don't pay any wages. That's what the policies say. No, they have all the best practice policies. I mean, there's all these companies do, though. Like that's
and these are point. These are relatively recent allegations. Do you have any experience of can you think of back to your experience at MSCI, companies that got wrapped up in supply chain issues that actually said they would remedy it and then they did remedy it, and how long that took? Is it like, it's not always an instant process, right?
It's not an instant. Well, there's a huge tracking problem, right? Like the companies themselves often don't know about the issues until some NGO finds them.
Emma tells them.
Until Emma comes out and is like, "Oh, P.S. You've been using Uyghurs for
I hate you.
20 years, and you're terrible human beings." They don't always know because they can't track sourcing. The best of the best companies will have they can track down to which tree got cut down for the materials for whatever it is they built. But that is super rare and it's expensive. So most companies don't know. They just don't know. A lot of them are having to build that infrastructure from scratch. They did say, like when COVID hit, Gap actually halted all their summer and fall orders from, inside their supply chain because they were worried about COVID. Now, I haven't done the research, but my guess is they probably did not pay the suppliers anyway. And think of the supply chain as humans, because that's not really the zeitgeist for fast fashion. You basically need things to go fast rather than to go well.
I'm torn. I'm torn on this one. And can I just add that I don't know if people know this at home, but that Emma's her signature on her email is "P.S. I hate you." Did you know that?
I did not.
A completely true fact.
I find it off-putting every time I get an email from Emma. All right. I mean, I guess I'm gonna
email so frequently.
We had a long discussion about this after the show last week about, just all the hypocritical investments we were making and how to deal with it. I'm once again torn because I feel like I feel like I shouldn't be, but then I get so fixated on this one trigger of like women in leadership that I just usually just jump into that. So I'm gonna say yes based on that. I mean,
this is your Parsons, by the way.
I don't think. Stop. It's not that. It's
How
not
much
my
are we
Parsons.
buying of Gap?
Put me down for a very juicy $6.
$6 juicy. Yeah. More than the stock that he proposed to you, Emma. So he feels stronger about Gap than his own choice.
Well, again, I trust Emma, but again, it's the trigger. It's the female. Not only, what excited me is that not only is it a Fortune 500 company led by a woman, which is like, what? That happens still? Is that legal? But
I think not.
That all of their major brands, they put women in charge of all of their major brands. And the one thing I've always bitched about is apparel companies and like cosmetics companies that don't have women in leadership. It makes me so irritated. So I'm just gonna put my money where my stupid mouth is and just go
good.
for it.
Do you own any Gap clothes, Damien?
Yeah, I must, right? I mean,
probably.
I've been more of a H&M loser recently because of our
much worse.
Yes,
our
so
lame
much worse.
year in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
It's worse, but it's so much like better from a Euro trash perspective. It's cheap. It has those like Euro trashy stripes that I love. So I kind of
cheap with stripes. That's it. That's Damien's fashion.
Emma, the next time we live in France, we'll take you and we'll show you our Euro trash ways.
Oh, great. And then I can show off my really shitty French.
So that's part of the experience.
All right, let's move on because I could dive into H&M next and how much worse it is, but it's not worth it. Damien, you have another pick for Emma. What is it?
It's again like I'm put to shame by Emma's diligence, which is fine. I don't mind being put to shame. I'm a shameful creature. It's called CNS Pharmaceuticals. I know nothing about it other than that. I just feel like Emma needs a pharmaceutical play. I don't think she has one, does she? I'm probably gonna be proven wrong again.
I mean, it's
Teladoc.
not it's Teladoc. Yeah, that's the only.
They just completed a phase 1 clinical trial of a drug that it's an anti-cancer drug, and again, it's trading really low. And I'm just all into like stocks
phase
that
one,
are.
You said.
What?
You said phase 1.
Yeah, and again, I know you have
a product.
I know you have family members that are involved in this world, so. This is why I threw it at you, because maybe you'd have an understanding of CNS pharmaceuticals.
No, that's why I asked about phases.
Yeah,
if they're in phase 1, they don't have a product yet.
So you're right, but there's some. I guess there's some enthusiasm in the market because of where they're heading and how it's a low price. And I'm not selling to. I'm not doing a good job selling it because I don't know how to sell it to you. I don't know how to sell anything to you, but that's my choice.
Clearly.
CNS Pharmaceuticals. The reality is that I procrastinated.
All right, what Damien isn't saying is that their primary product is trying to combat brain cancer. That's their deal.
Yeah, that seems important. And cancers of the central nervous system.
Well, you should also say that their primary product is nothing because they don't actually. Do they actually?
Correct.
Okay,
have
get over
products?
it. Get over it.
No. They did get an exclusive license for their patent for their drug, but again, they will be starting their phase 2 trial in 2021. So this quarter of 2021.
It's a long play. It's a longer play.
The people who will benefit, will make most of the money from this is their super white, all male management team. Though there's a woman. The chief medical officer is a woman.
Wait. Matt, are you looking at their website right now?
But every other person on their management team and their board is a man, and almost all white. Almost.
Yeah, I don't worry about the stuff for Emma because that's how I invest. It's not how Emma invests by I don't know what. Who
I
knows?
so wish that we could show the website, this company's website, their About Us page.
You
because
can.
I can.
Man, I can put it up.
I'll put it up
Please-
right now. Give me a
Please do,
second.
because look, this is just entertainment value. Look at how they chose to put up the pictures of the executives.
I gotta see this.
It's really, really entertaining to
The
me.
about
Well,
us.
no. Well, be nice. They
Why
clearly
should
made
she
this
do it?
website in 2004, and they haven't updated it since 2004.
Company was founded in 2017. How dare you?
They
I'm just
like,
telling you.
So
Team.
it's like someone took
management
the
team?
eraser tool and like really quick just zhuzhed it around their heads and was like, okay, that's good.
I like it.
It's
Yeah,
really entertaining.
They did
I like
actually.
how they erased the hair around Dr. Sandra Silberman.
No, Chris Downs CPA is my favorite. He very
no,
clearly looks like
An
that
iPhone
was
picture from
that was what it was.
2008.
Yeah, like an original
Oh, that's
iPhone
so
picture.
tough.
And
So
Don Picker,
sorry.
the chief scientific officer, they didn't even bother. His pictures must have been from
No.
1973.
That's a great
It
name
is
for a pharmaceutical
screw
company.
you.
Don Picker, Dr. Picker.
Doc Picker, yeah. So that's their management team, and we can look at their board of directors as well.
Yeah, which
They're-
is similarly.
What do you think,
Similarly
Emma?
bad.
What do you think?
But even
Because
worse.
if you get in on this company now, and then they, then their amazing product comes to market, you're gonna be a bazillionaire.
Now
I'm going to be a bazillionaire, huh?
I know
Ooh, look
your
at Dr. Valdemar Priebe.
yeah, I know your penchant for guys with walrus mustaches. So I think this is a deep in if you're into Dr. Waldemar Priebe, PhD.
No, just don't think I am. It is a low price.
That's
Well,
what I was thinking.
really
That
low.
was, I gotta be honest. That was my goal for both these companies. I was trying to find low prices for you, but how much I failed this week. I'm gonna find a company for you next week because this is an outright failure on my part.
I think
Actually-
we
He's
need
gonna
to
say
get
no.
off the low price thing. When
like
it's
the low price
Trading at a low price doesn't mean you're getting any value.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. I've made a decision.
I'm gonna wait with bated breath.
I am going to buy.
What? This
Shocked.
is
Why?
Because I would
Peterson's
like
all
to
over
own
again.
a full share of something.
Oh, see, that's what I was
this
thinking.
is
That's what I was thinking.
purely. Oh, this is purely
I would like one share
one
which is-
share.
at this moment be or like $3.50, something like that.
You currently, I just placed the order. Your order to buy one share is complete. You own one share of whatever the fuckballs CNS Pharmaceuticals is and or does.
Yeah. Yeah.
My only fear is that it's not going to be a very exciting play. I know you like things that have a little bit of juice in them. This is going to be a slow
No,
grind.
I happen to know that you at least I think you own one full share of something. Or maybe you still
three
Yeah.
or Tantec. I think.
Yeah,
Tech,
yeah.
maybe?
Yeah, and I don't like that. I would
I'm
like to have full shares.
Okay,
of
it makes
things.
sense. I'm super into low prices. I have no idea why.
Well,
No, I get it.
Dr. Waldemar Priebe is going to love that you invested in him. He's actually based in University of Texas Anderson Cancer Center. So maybe we could take a trip down to Houston and shake Dr. Priebe's hand and
I don't want to.
fun.
I
twist
don't,
his little mustache.
I don't like either end of that arrangement. So let's say no.
All right, Damien, you got her to buy something, although I'm not
Shocked.
sure that's really a
Shocked.
thing.
I think
Emma,
that was a
what's your
pity buy.
last company for Damien?
So my last company for Damien, I was sort of strong-armed into presenting to Damien.
What?
Yeah, a
So-
little bit.
Oh,
Damien
oh.
just picked this one.
Well, no,
He did. He was like, "Present this
what was
to
your real
me."
pick for me?
What was your real pick? And let's do that one
Eh,
quickly.
That's not worth getting into.
I want
I
the
was gonna
name.
buy the other
Give
one
me the
anyway.
name.
Well,
Emma-
we need to talk. We need to wrap this up. We're talking about Bumble now.
Okay.
Bumble.
Oh, so
Bumble.
high.
We're talking about Bumble.
Yeah.
So this, I assume the reason that Damien would like to invest in this is that
He dates a lot.
Huh?
Yeah.
He dates a lot.
Obviously. So the
You know what?
CEO
I didn't even know what
and
it
founder. Wait, what?
did. I don't care. It's
You
a
didn't know
female
what
founder.
Bumble did?
Uh,
Exactly. That's why I'm assuming you
Right.
picked it.
I don't care what
All
what
right.
company she's leading. I like female founder. Whoa. I mean, that's an oxymoron.
All right. So there's a female founder, and then the CFO and chief legal and compliance officer are all women. And then I think the president is a man, and I think he's non-white.
It's okay if they have a man.
I suppose, if they have to.
This is okay. For all my years of experience in this field, I have never seen a company like this before. This is 8 out of 11 of the board is women. It's like I'm looking at women. I'm like I can't. It's almost like I need sunglasses. It's so bright. I don't know what. It's crazy to me. This is definitely a company for me. Come on.
So, do you know anything about Bumble, like at all?
I would date all these people on the board, even Matthew Bromberg and all of them. What? Do I know? I don't really know.
You
anything
did not
about
answer my question. Do you know anything about the company?
I don't know a lot about it. The only thing I know about it is that I did hear during the insurrection that they use Bumble to help track somebody who was involved in the insurrection. I think that
So
they
you have absolutely no idea about anything about this company, is what I just heard.
No, it's Tinder for professionals. I have no idea.
Oh my god! You literally don't know what it is.
Why is it a bad?
You don't know the
company?
most basic thing about it.
Who cares?
So the thing with Bumble is it is a dating app. However, the requirement is that only women can make the first move. Men cannot
that's
message
even better.
first.
Even better.
You would actually like this company.
No, it's a really interesting concept, and people often cite it as one of their favorite dating apps. It's like I always hear people talking about Bumble and Hinge.
Hinge? Can I invest in Hinge?
I don't think it's public. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But what I didn't know about Bumble until recently was that they have expanded. So it's the dating app, and then it's Bumble Biz, which is sort of a LinkedIn-y, like a more casual LinkedIn, expanding your network sort of deal.
That sounds like a
and
failure.
There's Bumble BFF, which is about making new friends, obviously.
I need some new friends, but that sounds like a failure too.
You're about to lose us. You're on thin ice.
I don't actually consider you guys friends. I consider that you have to talk to me every day.
Yeah, it's true. We do. Bumble is successful. You've chosen a loss-making company, so good for you.
I don't care. I love Bumble so much.
All right, how much are we buying? I'm not even going to weigh in here because I feel like all the fundamentals don't matter, and you're buying very purely on theory, and the market is bananas. They priced the IPO at $43 a share, and it's trading at $80. So it's almost doubled the IPO value already.
I'm looking at you, founder Whitney Wolfhard. I know you're listening. I support all of you 100%. Let's call us and let's make a partnership. Let's do something together. Advertise on our show, Business Pants.
Yeah, because everybody who needs a date listens to Business Pants.
He makes a point.
Nothing about dating, just supporting. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
What are we buying this for? We're literally anti-dating material. If you told somebody you listen to Business Pants, they would just turn and walk away immediately, particularly if it was the woman in charge of that engagement. I mean, there's no
Emma's
way.
moving to New York. She's got all her cool friends on there. Maybe Bumble will be working for them.
They don't even listen to Business Pants. Only Finland does. Go ahead.
What are you talking yourself out of my favorite company, being an advertiser? All right, give me $10.
$10. It's a rich allocation. Here we go. $10 order placed.
Give me $12. $12.
Yeah, you want another $2? I can add $2 now.
I mean, I want it to be my biggest play. I mean, really, I'll say.
Then add another 10. Make it a $20.
13's my lucky number. I was born Friday the 13th. Let's go 13.
All right. $13. I add another 3 because why not? All right. I have. We have
your
no
real
more
company
stocks.
for me, Emma? Are we done? I want to hear what Emma's other real actual company was for me, but we can. End the
No,
show.
you know what I want to hear? Some actual convincing reasons as to why I should buy stuff from
Excuse
you.
me?
Yeah.
What?
Excuse you.
Some
What?
research. She wants research, is what she wants.
I'll
I'm
do
not
better. I'll do
disclosing
better
my
next
other
week.
company.
I'll do better next week. I mean, I think it's clear. Is it clear by now that I forgot to do my assignment?
Yes.
I think actually, as punishment, you definitely should sing the Finnish national anthem right now.
I don't
You
have.
d-
All right,
yeah.
I don't. All right, I'll prepare it for next show. I don't have the lyrics. I don't have the music.
what I
We'll
want
give you
is
some rehearsal time.
yeah, I want
I'll
you to
do it.
record yourself doing it and send it to me, and I will splice it into the podcast. So, listeners of the podcast, I'm looking at you. You will get to hear Damien sing the Finnish national anthem as our opening theme song.
I will sing it
for the
every
Blowhard
week. You
Index.
can find me a company founded by a woman to invest in. I will sing it every week. I mean,
Good.
yeah,
So
I'm
that'll
very
last us
excited. I'm very
about
excited.
3 weeks.
Well, that's
because
terrible. It's a shame.
There's about 4 companies that led by
Yeah,
women.
and all you VCs listening, wake up. 2.2%
suspect they're
going
listening.
to. I mean, come on. What are you doing? I mean, you're idiots. Thank you.
Compelling stuff from Damien Morales. Compelling stuff. That's all we got for the Blowhard Index this week. Our portfolio is a total mess. Next week, we were gonna do the Starbucks proxy, but Damien didn't prepare that either, so we're not gonna do that. We'll do that next week, and we'll vote our Starbucks proxy. And next week, I want to cull some from the portfolio. We need to rebalance again. I want to revisit some of these companies. We now have like 34 positions. We can't just keep buying crap. We actually have to make strategic decisions about our portfolio. So
Okay, you know I'm going to get rid of Faraday Future.
But
so.
all my positions are so good.
the other thing I
I'm
want to
happy.
announce is next week we might actually do a summary of trades that we did during the week, because Damien brought up a good point, which is we keep waiting until Friday to buy these things or sell. If during the week you see something and you want to bail, you want to buy on the news, we're going to record what we're doing during the week, just in small slivers, and we'll throw them all up as part of what we do at the end of the week. But that'll mean you can time the market better. You can trade the news, which is honestly the dumbest thing you could possibly do. So, but I want to give them, I want to give them the opportunity to do stupid their way. And the only way to do that is to not make it a Friday only thing. So we're going to open up the floodgates even more, trade anytime, and justify on the show later. So this is this is basically, I am now fully a broker for idiots, for us, just us. It's just, I'm just going to be placing trades.
That sounds like an idea right there. A brokerage for idiots.
Isn't that what we're developing?
I think that's what we just did.
That sounds good.
Congratulations for coming up with what we already are, a brokerage for idiots.
Shut up.
Yeah, I agree with Emma.
If you liked what you heard, subscribe and share the podcast. Watch us on Twitch and YouTube Live. We're going to start streaming on Reddit soon too, although we don't know where
or how.
But we have enough karma, and I have the tech, I think, down. So we'll do that soon. Otherwise, we'll be back at you next week with the Blowhard Index, because that's how you have to say the show. Thank you, Damien and Emma.
Thank you, Whitney Wolf Hurd.
Wow. Shouting out the thanks.